Oh, they were fun. They were the characters. They absolutely were the characters. And Walter had an annoyance with him that was very funny all the time. Don't do that. Why are you doing that? Kind of thing, like he was his father. And Jack was like the kid who had dropped his ice cream cone, you know. And I remember Jack had a scene where had lost his temper, and he had a coffee cup that he was setting the table or something. And he started to throw the coffee cup, and he stopped. And Walter said, "What are you doing?" He said, I want to throw this cup." And Walter said, "Throw it."
Why didn't you throw it?
Because I would still be angry and I would have a broken cup.
Well, how do you know how you'd feel? Maybe you'd feel wonderful. Huh? Why do you have to control every single thought that comes into your head? Why don't you let loose once in your life? Do something that you feel like doing, not what you think you're supposed to do. Stop controlling yourself, Felix. Relax, get drunk, get angry. Come on, break the lousy cup. Ow, I hit my arm.
And Jack finally threw it, and my bursitis, which was, I don't remember now whether it was actually part of the script or not. It might have been improvised. I know that Walter's irritation and command was surprising. I mean, he was really pissed off for him. I thought Jack was wonderful in it. He had this, he was in a small room. I suppose everybody who's seen the picture would remember it. And he was going to jump, we thought he would jump out the window. But he couldn't open the window.
Oh! Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh!
Which was, of course, Neil's idea. It's a marvelous idea, a man who wants to commit suicide, and he can't open the window to jump out. And as a matter of fact, he was pushing, and he used the bursitis thing there. Bursitis.
There was something that the general public doesn't know, and why should it, about Walter Matthau in The Odd Couple, is that we, the film, shot the second act first. And we were going to shoot the first act first and the second act again later, but we couldn't.
He broke his arm on a bicycle, in an accident on a bicycle, about a week before we were to shoot. And so his arm it had to be in a cast. So nobody knew how we were going to start it, how we were going to start filming.
We did the second act first because in the second act, he did not have to use his arms as much as he did in the first. And so there is an odd thing about that.
He managed somehow to get through it. He held his arm quite close to his body. And at one point, it really created a great piece of business because it's a poker game. He was taking out the food that was in his apartment, and he was getting food out of the refrigerator. And he put one sandwich under his arm.
Who wants food? What do you got? I got brown sandwiches and green sandwiches. Which one do you want?
What's the green?
It's either very new cheese or very old meat.
I'll take the brown.
Are you crazy? You're not going to eat that, are you?
I'm hungry.
And he took the sandwich out of from under his arm, which I'm sure he'd never have thought of had he not broken the arm.
And I don't think anybody can tell that that was the case. And so that's something that very few people know.
They always say, "Oh, it's got to be opened up. It's got to be. It's not a play. It's got to be a movie." So what that means is have to be a couple car crashes in it, or chases, or something like that. And so Neil did, I thought, some very good work on adapting it into a movie form. He used a coffee shop scene, which was not in the play. And it was Jack and Walter at a coffee shop. And it was very good because it also showed us more about their personalities and about who they were. They had decided to room together because their wives had left them. And so they were getting to know each other. So Walter, his immediate thing was that to flirt with the waitress, who happened to be a middle-aged woman, quite fat, and he could do all kinds of vulgar things. And Jack was rather embarrassed by them. Then Jack told him he started complaining about the temperature in the coffee shop. He said, I'm cold. The air conditioning is too high. And then Walter said, well, tell him to put it down. So Jack did. Then Jack started clearing his throat. And Walter thought, what the hell is he doing? And he looked and said, what's wrong with you? He said, allergies. And he began this terrible honking noise, which he said he was clearing his throat. And the whole coffee shop began turning around and looking at him. And Walter got embarrassed.
Stop that, will you? What are you doing?
I'm trying to clear up my ears. You create a pressure inside your head, it opens up the eustachian tube.
So it, in a strange way, set up, and I hadn't thought of it until now, it set up their relationship in a very clever way. He put it up on the rooftop because there was no other place to go in that apartment house. We had played it in the living room, the kitchen, the bedroom, in front of the front door. The only place to go was to go up the stairway to the roof.
You'll bleed, then we'll talk. I got you now, Felix. There's no place for you to go but
You're
down.
out of your mind, darling. You want to fight? Let's go down the living room, huh?
I don't want you in my living room. I don't want you in my bedroom. I don't want you in my bathroom, my kitchen.
And I remember that day. It was a terrible, smoggy day. It was summer, but it was very, very unpleasant. And that was the final scene up there. Walter was talking about his wife and his relationship with his wife, and took her to a hockey game, and she got hit by the puck. That was the end of the scene. After a long list of things that he had done to her that were unlucky.
I've been one of the highest paid sports writers in the East for the past 14 years. We saved $8.50 in pennies. I'm never home. I gamble. I burn cigar holes in furniture, drink like a fish, lie to her every chance I get. Then, for our 10th wedding anniversary, I took her to the New York Rangers Detroit Red Wings hockey game where she got hit by a puck. I still can't figure out why she left me. That's how impossible I am. Come on, let's get out of here. The muggers will be here soon.
We shot that at Grant's tomb.